You're listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. The show that gives pastors and church leaders the clarity they need to protect their people, property, and ministry.
Welcome to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. I'm your host, Ron Wadley, with Insurance for Texans. On this show, we help church leaders across Texas understand how insurance really works, so you can make wise decisions, protect your ministry, and steward resources well. Mary pastors a church in Central Texas with a faithful staff of 3 people, a worship leader, a children's minister, and a part-time administrator. They work hard, and Mary wants to take care of them. But when she looked into traditional group health insurance plans, her jaw dropped. She saw premiums of $2,000 to $3,000 a month. She felt stuck. On one hand, she wanted to show her team that their work mattered and that their health was a priority. On the other hand, she had a budget to protect and a congregation that depended on her to steward every dollar wisely. That's when she learned about catastrophic health insurance, and it changed the conversation. Here are 3 things that churches like Mary's are discovering. First, catastrophic health insurance provides significant savings on premiums. Comprehensive group health insurance is expensive. Catastrophic health coverage often cuts those premiums in half or more, while still protecting your staff against the big budget-busting events like hospitalizations or surgeries. Second, you and your staff have more control over healthcare choices. Instead of being locked into narrow provider networks, staff members can choose doctors and care that makes sense for them. Many churches even pair catastrophic coverage with direct primary care, where staff pay a small monthly fee for unlimited access to a local physician. It's affordable, personal, and prevents small health issues from turning into big ones. And third, the financial risk is lower than most people think. Yes, catastrophic plans typically have deductibles, but in Texas, private catastrophic options sometimes start under $1,500. That means you're not exposing your church or your staff to crushing financial risks. And unlike health-sharing ministries, these policies are regulated by the Texas Department of Insurance, so you know the coverage is real and reliable. This approach to health insurance isn't just about saving money. It's about stewardship. Offering health coverage communicates value, care, and stability for your staff. And doing it in a way that doesn't break your budget frees up more resources for ministry, which is exactly what churches are called to focus on. Whether you're a small rural church with a solo pastor or a larger congregation with multiple staff, catastrophic coverage can be a smart part of your benefit strategy. At Insurance for Texans, we help churches across the state rethink what health coverage can look like. Catastrophic health insurance, direct primary care, and other creative solutions are tools we use to help you protect both your staff and your budget. If you want to explore these options for your church, visit us at insurancefortexans.com and let's start the conversation. For a deeper dive into all things church insurance, you can get a copy of my book, The Promise of Certainty, at thepromiseofcertainty.com. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance. I'm Ron Wadley, reminding you that wise stewardship of your resources helps your church keep shepherding people for generations to come.
Thanks for listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance. Until next time, remember, insurance isn't just about policies. It's about safeguarding the mission God has called you to lead.